The signs are apparent. Someone new has got you feeling some kind of way, and life seems more colorful. There's a spring in your step, and you catch yourself smiling often. We all love the giddiness of a budding connection with someone, and the honeymoon period convinces us that things will always be merry. But then the initial feelings wear off, and things get real. This is when most relationships run their course, and love turns to resentment. But we are humans. We're meant to find lasting love and eventually a life partner. All these short-lived relationships can be draining and convince you'll never find the long-lasting love you're desperate for. Stop that thought right there. Today's video will teach Jay Shetty's secrets to recognize a temporary connection and save ourselves the drama. So hit the like and subscribe buttons and dive into his phenomenal advice. You aren't in a rom-com. Shetty describes his teenage self as a hopeless romantic, so it's normal for you to expect a stereotypical love story. But you won't necessarily find your soulmate in high school like Laura Jean from To All the Boys I've Loved Before, so don't buy into that hoax. Have you noticed how most of these movies end when the protagonists finally say their I love yous? In contrast, your real-life love story only starts at that point. Before entering a relationship, learn what you want from it. Shetty advises you to define what you want from a romantic interaction. Ask yourself, do I want the chase or the commitment? This will give you perspective on what you are running for. Are you looking for validation by being desired, or do you want to create a long-term connection? The happily ever after in movies is stereotypical. It convinces us that we're only successful if we stay with one person our whole lives. But Shetty counters this. Your happily ever after should be something that actually makes you happy. Do your relationships align with your goals and missions? Only self-reflection can answer this. Once you're clear on this, you can choose the right relationship. Next, Shetty shares one thing you might be doing which ruins your romantic success. Polyamory isn't the answer. You are living your best life in an open relationship, or you enjoy the thrill of entertaining multiple partners, but you can't be rowing two boats simultaneously. Shetty says the thrill of polyamory will only last a short time. Also, why would you want the trauma of multiple simultaneous heartbreaks when you can choose one at a time? When it comes to emotional investments, you must choose quality over quantity. Polyamory makes your other non-romantic emotional connections suffer as well. Think of yourself as a kettle pouring tea, which is your emotional energy. The more cups you pour in, the less they fill. So value your energy and invest it in people you see yourself with in the long run. Shetty's ideology is about building one deep relationship rather than multiple superficial ones. You may enjoy the adventures of multiple partners. However, who will be there when you need to share your deepest worries? So, why do people choose polyamory if it is so tiring and an emotionally hollow chamber? Shetty says it's because of the extreme choices we make as humans. We are afraid of codependency and commitment, so we choose a simple solution of polyamory. This isn't a standard, but it is Shetty's general deduction. For some, it's the fear of losing the initial spark. Others may have commitment issues. However, we should focus on finding out the root of the problem. This is like taking a painkiller for the symptoms without treating the root cause of a disease. Healing is vital before jumping into an emotionally binding exchange with someone. Communication versus commitment. Shetty believes the dramatic "till death do us part" and promises don't lead to a lasting relationship. Wait, then what about your wedding vows? Will they lead to a divorce? Not essentially. Before you cancel Shetty for being anti-commitment, I assure you his beliefs are very pro-commitment. Do you know if you will wake up tomorrow? Moreover, will you be under the same circumstance? You may lose your job tomorrow, or you will get a better job but in another city. The point is, your needs and priorities keep evolving. So does your partner's. So committing to what you plan on fulfilling 50 years later is a recipe for disaster when you don't even know what the next 24 hours bring. But what's the solution? Should you not commit at all? No, but your commitment style should be different. It should involve constant conversation. Communication is the key to a successful relationship. You and your partner should be on the same page regarding your relationship. Ask important questions like, is this the relationship you want? And if it isn't, do you want to work on it? These seemingly simple queries can give you significant perspective. Next, Shetty uncovers one common misconception which keeps us in sad or toxic relationships, so hang around to learn about it. Don't stop watering your plants. Imagine buying a sapling. You nurture it and it grows into an entire plant. But when it does, do you stop taking care of it? Relationships, like plants, need constant effort, even if they are flourishing. So you and your partner should answer a simple question. Are we growing together, learning together, and thriving together? If not, you must choose if you want to make an effort to change the status quo or move on. Many people stay in stunted relationships due to the delusion that a relationship's longevity defines its success. However, successful ones are where both partners grow, learn, and thrive together. You will encounter two types of stories in your life. The first will be a seasonal love story. The other will be a life story. You must accept that you will have various seasonal love stories in life, and there aren't many people with whom you can create a life story. Learning this difference will help you understand your current relationship and what you want to do about it. Next, let's discuss one mistake we make before getting into a relationship which ruins everything regardless of your love. Healing before loving. Before you start assessing the relationship, it is essential to evaluate yourself. Before you let others love you, you must learn to love yourself. Your relationship is like a car. If one wheel is damaged, the vehicle will always wobble. Therefore, both partners must heal themselves before joining a new relationship. And this can take time. Many people spend their first 27 or 28 years acknowledging and healing from their traumas. You may think, what, am I supposed to stay single till I'm 30? I was planning to have 2 kids and a picket fence by then. Yes, if it's how long it takes you to figure out and heal, so redefine your idea of success and break the stereotype that having a family by 30 defines success. If you rush things and have all that with the wrong person, your kids will suffer too. Remove the deadlines from your life and start living by principles. Next, look at Shetty's experience in a 10-year relationship and what it taught him. Also, what would he be like if he chose polyamory instead? Keep watching to find out. Learning from commitment. Shetty believes his relationship worked because of constant effort and partly sheer luck. Looking back, he realizes he wasn't as mature 10 years ago as he thought. However, having a partner who complemented his growth and goals helped keep the bond firm. But what did he learn from his relationship? His biggest lesson was self-validation. Having multiple romantic partners make you dependent on external validation. If one partner can't provide it for you at one point, you can jump to the other to fill your validation cup. However, monogamy made him independent from that external validation because he had to learn to do it for himself. This was his most significant growth. He wouldn't have learned that if he wasn't in a committed relationship, making him addicted to external validation. His second lesson was that contribution isn't always visible. He realized in addition to the physical contribution, there is also an emotional contribution. His long-term commitment enlightened him on his shortcomings and allowed him to grow. From the start, his motto has been to grow, learn, and thrive together. So if you keep leaving the moment the relationship gets real, you won't get similar growth opportunities. Alright folks, that's it for today's video. I hope you got some valuable lessons from Shetty's experiences. To wrap things up, you must make consistent efforts and conscious decisions to have a successful and lasting relationship. Don't forget to share this video with friends and family. I'll catch you later with more wisdom.